I teach adults and teens. We're going to talk about this first drive. When you hear this sound, there's a problem with your vehicle. Luckily, the problem is the door. Now, once you get inside, you lock the door. So many people forget this. Put it on your seatbelt. Goes across your chest. It supports you in case you're being thrown out of the vehicle. Now, look straight ahead. Frame the rear window and the mirror. So many beginners do not adjust their mirror. Next, look straight ahead. We want to adjust our passenger side mirror. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Thank you for the support. It's a hot one today. Meta, what's the temperature outside? 78 degrees. Now, the passenger side, we want to adjust the side mirror. So we want to look straight ahead. Yes, you're right. You have to adjust those mirrors. Or when you back up and look around, you won't be able to see. Okay, so now we're going to put the key in. This has a key. Some cars have a key fob. We put our foot on the brake. We turn it forward. Now, I like to take a moment to relax and pause because your nerves, you're going to be really stressed. And my advice to tell you is just take your time and relax. Don't let things get to you so you'll freak out and panic. Okay, you see me looking around. I'm gonna put the car in R. R is for reverse. I turn the wheel to the left. The rear goes to the left. And then I stop. Yep. And then I turn out. I'm gonna make a left turn out. So I'm looking around and doing my traffic checks. I really want you to see how important it is that you look around in a parking lot. Okay? We gotta be aware. We have to be safe. And now I'm gonna go down the bottom of the driveway and we're gonna stop. Then I'm gonna look left and right. Then I'm gonna cut my wheel and roll down at an angle. Sorry for the bumps. Our infrastructure is really bad. Probably like this in New York, Chicago, Cleveland, Houston. We're gonna make a right turn on the street. And then you're gonna see little kids. They are the most dangerous. This lady's looking at me like, I wish you would hit my children. Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not going to hit your kids. But some of you might because you get very nervous. So what is this up here? We know it's a stop sign, but this is a partially controlled intersection. So we have to stop. S-T-O-P. Now, we can't see to the left or right. We have to move up. It's called showing the car. And then I'm going to show you, no pun intended. I look left, I look right, I look left, and then I'm going to make my right turn. And I'm going to turn out. I'm going to wait for this lady. She needs some lessons too. Her front fender's messed up. And then we accelerate through the turn. Now, we don't know the mental state of people. They could be upset, they could be angry, they could be mad, but we're just trying to take care of us. Yeah, that front fender was messed up, my girl. I wish I could get beside the car. She needs some lessons. Real talk. You're a funny. You got a good sense of humor. I got a good sense of humor too. That's why we get along real good. So we're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it ghetto fabulous. We're going to keep it real. Okay? So I'm not trying to get my sister mad at me, but we're going to keep it 100. All right? I'm going to go up and look and check and pause. Okay? The lady let me out. God bless you. Hey, how you doing, Grace? Eve was just laughing at me. My sister to the right in her Renegade Jeep, her front left fender was messed up. Eve was on my head. Grace, hopefully you're doing good. How you doing? I'm burning up in this car. I got on my little outfit today trying to look cute. I am burning up, my girl. I got my white tee on under here, so you know we got to keep it real, right? I feel pretty good. I got up really late. I was tired. Normally I'm out by 6:30. I didn't get out till about 7:30. I was just done. Just really, really tired. I'm trying to get on this expressway, girl. I'm trying to go. All right, we merged out. We're at about 60. But people doing about 75 and 80, girl. They not playing. I know how to dress. Look, I got a lot of compliments today on my little outfit. All I got on is some nice Docker pants, some white gym shoes. I got my little jacket, and that's still in a white tee because I was tired this morning and I didn't care. You know how you wake up and you just want to throw something on and go? That was me. So I try to match my colors, you know. All right, I'm cruising about 65. No, I'm at 70. I'm gonna go ahead and get over one lane. Now, these are some things, mistakes. If you're gonna get in the middle lane or fast lane, you gotta go fast. If you go slow, people will hate you. Oh, you see all those brake lights? Someone about to crash, and it's not gonna be me because I'm squeezing the brake with the ball of my foot. Imagine if I wasn't paying attention. Someone's gonna kill me. These fools, whoa, bro. This is how people get rear-ended. And I'm not trying to hit someone like this. So I was cruising about 75, and people just cutting off. Yeah, they doing too much, way too much. I love the conversation, man. Y'all make me laugh so much. And we all need this. Because if this place can be where we can just have fun and laugh and learn something, I'm with that. I told all of you my daughter graduates this Friday? This Thursday. And we're going to take some pictures. I'll post those. I'm trying to back off this car, and just the one thing beginner drivers do, they just tailgate. This car to the left of me, they're from Utah. That's the first time in a minute I've seen a Utah license plate. And they're in that Prius, so you know they get good mileage. Thank you. Yeah, I'll post some pictures. I posted her 22nd birthday. We had about 14 young ladies over to the house. They went bar hopping. We're adults, we can have this conversation. They went bar hopping. And when you're a single young lady in your young 20s, you're not with someone, you're not married, you don't got a man, you can do what you want, basically. So they went to 3 different places. I dropped them off at the first place, and then different friends picked them up. I told my daughter, anytime something goes down, you call me. I'll come and pick you up. Yeah, that white Prius, they're behind me to the left. So I do show interest in my daughter. I want her to know I love her, and I care. And I care about who she's with, what she's doing. You know, if there's a fight, you tell me. You better win the fight. Don't start no trouble, won't be no trouble. Right, that's that white Prius. But she's very nice. She's like the mom of the group. And she was the first one in her group to drive, but of course her dad's a driving instructor. So you know, I'm gonna get her out there as soon as I can. And by us living in the Midwest, we have snow, rain, sleet. So I'm gonna switch angles. If I'm in a hurry, I'm pushing in the left lane fast. If I'm chilling, I'm in the middle lane. So I'm on chill mode right now. And we're about 70. No one's late. No one's in a hurry. And this is the typical traffic. Excuse me, 24 hours a day. I swear I was not drinking. I just had the hiccups. So we're about 70, chilling. This person to the left with these ladders, I don't want, excuse me, I don't want to be near them. There's always a bad backup. Cover your brake. I see these people drive crazy. Like that white GMC flying, man. I have 2 adults to drive at 4:30, so just giving you some tips, best practice. We chill in the middle. I don't want to be to the right. We'll just get cut off. To the left, all these cars are cutting over. Middle lane seems to be the chill lane. Thank you. I'm trying to look left, middle, right. Just trying to keep my space. Oh. Congratulations, Grace. I love to hear positivity and good news from others. Grace, I did, I wasn't creeping, but I did look at your picture on your YouTube. And my picture is from when I went to California like 3 years ago for Vid Summit. They had a little meet and greet, little snacks for us. So I took a picture. And my daughter said, "Dad, live your best life." I'm like, okay. So that picture is me just being silly with the glasses on. Because I'm like a silly dad, silly uncle. Like, we gonna get out and drive. Where are we going? I don't know, Uncle. Where you want to go? Here are the keys. Let's go. Because you got to have it. And then my cousin and I, Tina, I got all girl cousins. I'm just telling you guys everything. I have all girl cousins. And my cousin, Tina, sang at my wedding. Tina's a vegetarian. Nothing wrong with that. So it was really nice. I'm getting a little close to this. This Bronco's really cute. Nice little car, but I'm too big. I'm a big man. I can't fit in that. Yeah, my cousin Tina, she can sing, man. She sing. Girl, you know we come out to church. You know Tina grew up in the church. Come on now. My mother had 4 brothers, 5 sisters. My mother was the oldest. You know, my mom didn't play that. She speak the truth, man. I'm gonna get over to the left lane now. I'm gonna show you. Ooh, all right, we picking up. Yeah, my mom did not play. Very strict. You know how the mamas are. Had that plastic on the couch, on the furniture. Don't you sit in my living room, boy. Clean your nasty body, your nasty tail. I'm like, Mom, boy, get out of my living room. Amen. My mama did not play, bro. Strict. Southern woman does not play, bro. I never wanted to let my mom and dad down. The one time, I gotta tell you the story. The one time I messed up in school, my mama came up, she was sweating. She grabbed me, wait till your daddy gets home. I'm like, ah. It was over. Because, people, it was challenges. Okay? Times have changed. Okay? You look at your son or daughter the wrong way, they call them protective services. Yeah, daddy does not play. My grandma, that switch from the backyard. Grandma's from Alabama too. Go get that switch right now. A whooping, girl, not a beating. I saw it. A whooping. So you already know, if you have a southern family, southern grandma, black or white, don't matter. Go get a switch from the backyard. That's too little. Find a girl. Tear you up. And because if I did something wrong, my mom would talk to her mother, my grandmother, all my girl cousins. Oh, you got in trouble. We heard. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I feel this little. Because the whole family knows my business, right? So I just stopped being bad. It wasn't even worth it. Because the embarrassment in the family is worse than the actual punishment. Okay? So they old school, bro. You better get a job. You better listen to your mom and dad. Don't disrespect the house. You better work. Okay? Well, don't be bringing no random in the house. You sleep with dogs, you get fleas. That's the advice my mom gave me. I'm keeping it real with you. You sleep with dogs, you get fleas. So you interpret that any way you want. My mom would always give us like advice, tips. She didn't micromanage. She said something, you do it. Don't bring the, oh, I gotta slow down again. Look, people about to crash, I'm scared. See this? See this backup? Yeah, pretty much. That's it. And my mom was like the sweetest, you know. It was my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary. She treated the whole family. My mom was like, she was the first one in the family to graduate from college. And she was a nurse. Right? Dad worked at Chrysler, played for Alabama A&M, you know, great Southern migration, left Alabama to come up north. Give me a second. As I was saying, it's a commitment. If you can't commit to learning how to drive, don't waste my time. As I was saying, it's a commitment. If you can't commit to learning how to drive, don't waste my time. Right? The family's the most important thing. Okay? And my dad, he supported. It was my brother and I, right? You know, treat people nice, be respectful of the home. You can't have company over. But you know what your man did. He snuck people in and out. But back then it was pure. It was innocent. You know, everyone's got a Ring doorbell now, security cameras. They know who you're bringing over. Oh, yeah. You have Shaniqua over. The neighbor sent me a text. How did you know? Never mind. Okay. Now everyone has security cameras, license plate reader, dash cams. Back then it was really a pure, less than 10 years ago, man. You know. And a lot of people, like in the last 5 years, a lot of people don't want to drive. They'll wait till their late teens, early 20s. And my parents moved us to a really, just a better area because they saw their neighborhood was going down. Yeah, people are very nosy. You know, if you got the neighbor next door, your son is sneaking people over, your daughter's sneaking people over, it's a wrap. Because today, listen to me, today, I don't know how people do it, man, sneaking people over. Because your neighbor's got a camera, you got a camera, the next door got a camera. You can't sneak people in anymore. Your son just put up in the driveway. I saw his car. Okay. I can't be too sneaky and say everything. So, but you just gotta show love and respect. Then I'm gonna get back over. I'm gonna cruise in this middle lane. But that made me work really hard. My dad worked for Ford, and he was an electrician, so, you know. And if you remember, my dad was the type of dad, I think he only had one credit card, if that. That man had cash. He had that big fat wallet. It stayed with money in there. I never have seen him without money. He stayed with money, man. Right? He paid cash for everything, no debt. When he used to go to the store, he spent $200. 3 baskets. Now, $200, that'll get you like 5 items. Because the cost of living is so much higher. And we're talking about a African-American family, and no cap, no hate. And, you know, we're going to have this conversation. They believe in education. You work hard, you stay with people who are positive, don't embarrass me. Don't have me come up to the school. That means if you mess up, you SOL. You ass out. So I always listened to my mom and dad, never wanted to disappoint them. Okay? But a lot of people today, they don't listen. Kids are very disrespectful, cussing out their mom, putting hands on them. We had a young lady put hands on her mother at school. We had to separate them. Like, are you serious? You can put your hands on your mom? Never that. We had to intervene. It took 4 of us to get this young lady off of her mother. Seriously, I'm telling you the truth. Some of you don't want to hear this because teens are they're so entitled. Oh, you're going to get me a car. You're going to pay for this. I ain't paying for nothing. You're going to work. Okay? I work from the dirt. You hear me? The dirt. I had 2 jobs. I worked at the bus terminal and at the YMCA. That's how I got my first car. My mom and dad, they weren't going to give me a car. I wasn't going to get anything. Anything. I know it doesn't look like it, but I used to have a jerry curl. My hair used to be down to my neck. You're like, I know you're going to laugh. And Grace. Yeah, I used to have curls, man. That's it. You got that tight, crispy bald head right now. But you know how it is, you know. Go get your jerry curl. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you don't. Right, so Ultra Sheen, girl, stop playing. Oh, you're about to make me cry. Oh, God. You know, okay? Come on. Ultra Sheen. Afro Sheen. Soul Glow. It's real, man. I'm keeping it real to you guys. And I'm never going to lie to you. But it was a much purer time. There's always been police harassment. Now, you know, they just went over the top, right? But if you follow the law, you know, I've taught some programs too. We're teaching first-time offenders. I can't give the name of the company, but I would teach first-time offenders. They would enroll in the class. I would teach them. They would go through a 2-hour training, and then they would get the charges reduced. So it's real. And it's all about networks and who you know. It's really about who you know in relationships. Like, I will help all of you get your license. Like, what you need, I got you. Come on. I'm told you I'm helping this young lady who's autistic. She's 27. We'll be driving with her Thursday. Her mom reached out to me, so we gonna help her. And it's a really beautiful area. E, do you live in an area like this? Really nice, real beautiful, real scenic. Real chill, like you can chill and relax. And of course, we got the railroads. But if I didn't work, I would not have had a car. And I had insurance. That's all I'm gonna say. And then I would call different insurance companies to see, it's really peaceful. Yes. And sometimes we need peace. You saw me going from all this traffic. And then E, I took you around before showing you these houses that were $550, $690,000. I'm gonna turn in here. But this is one of the older neighborhoods. Really pretty. See me like pulling under these trees, man? I'm gonna chill for a second here. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Yeah, terrible. Oh, girl. But labor costs, because let's just be real. They're immigrants who are building these houses. Most of them are from Mexico, some Brazil, South Central America, because they're cheap labor, just to be honest. And then I went down to Texas to see my son play. Everything is very expensive. These houses that I'm going to show you, hold on. These houses that we're looking at right now probably sell for $450,000, $475,000. These houses are like built 20 years ago, right? And EU from New York, so costs are high. Grace, I think you're California. Please, girl, this is 1.2, 1.3. It's crazy. 1.2, 1.3. Some of these things are overpriced. And some of them, yes. Our mortgage is around $1,400. We did not want to be house broke. So we could have got a house for $350,000, $400,000. That was before the housing crisis. We weren't stupid. I was gonna say we were stupid. I paid $1,200 rent. I'm not mad. You got to have that money coming in. And then my wife's dad said, the first thing you do when you get paid, you pay your rent. Okay, he gave her that. The first thing you do, you pay your rent. Because if your check's short, at least they can't put you out of the house. So pay your rent first. You know, if you got to drink strawberry or fruit punch, Kool-Aid, and have some ramen noodles, that's what you do. That's what you do. Depends on what else you need. I don't need much. I try to live very modestly. Hey, how you doing? We're talking about homes. We're talking about rent. We're talking about how our parents used to just choke us out, beat us with a stick, and nothing happened. You scratch your son or daughter today, they call them protective services, bro. They are. So, and kids don't listen. We had a fight today. I can't say too much. So, because it's getting hot outside, It's getting hot outside, so people have short attentions and they want to talk and run their mouth. But anytime by the water, you're going to pay more. Trash, water, and electric. I lived in an apartment briefly before I got married. I want to say $550 or $700, not including utilities. And then I started teaching, excuse me, and doing driver's ed. So back then, that was the young Myles. I was working so hard, hear me team, I didn't have time to cash my check. Probably saying, what? I didn't have direct deposit back then. I had a paper check. So I did not have time to cash my check. Hey, can we get some more thumbs up? We got 9 people in here. What's up, fam? We talking about driving. We talking about houses. We talking about how your son or daughter or other kids in your family are very disrespectful. And then if you put a hand on them, they're going to get mad. You know, it depends on what you want. I think a lot of young people, early 20s, they just don't have the credit history built up. And they really, you know, a lot of these young people, they're not getting real jobs, man. You know, I remember starting out about $39,500. And then over 10 years, you know, you get about $1,000 or $1,100 raise every year. And then eventually you're at the top of the pay scale. But a lot of districts have added steps in between. I'm sorry to hear that. Added steps in between. So, but a lot of people don't stay at one job. They may stay there 3 or 4 years and then, you know, disrespectful to the boss. I'm gonna find some, but I do have a resume on Indeed. I'm trying to tell you, my dad always said, you better have a second gig, right? Have a second gig. So I have a resume on Indeed, education, social media. I always get emails for jobs in the area. Okay, see some lady walking up on me. I don't like this. I'm from the hood. Don't walk up on me. I always watch my back. That's why I can't have, I have to have shoes on with laces. I'm scared someone's gonna get me, like a dog's gonna chase me or something, right? I always gotta be ready to, right? You know, you'll lose jobs. I remember out of college, I was a probation officer. You know, we lived deep West Side. Hold on one second. I'm gonna show you how fragile life is. I'm gonna show you how fragile life is. I just got a call. That was my brother. One of our teammates, you know, growing up, his mother had died. So the you know, the viewing is tomorrow. So life is precious, and that's what I want to say to all of you. Life is precious. You need to help many people as you can, teach people, educate them, you know, be true to yourself. That's what I'm saying. Don't chase money, because money will come, money will go. Like for instance, my last check was like $325. This next check is $1,000, $1,100. So I tripled my output by working smart, right? Not killing myself. And I told all of you, just, you know, work smart, be true to yourself, do a good job. Don't, you know, be honest to yourself. Give me 1 second. I gotta put something outside. So hold on 1 second. But I think, you know, you actually see me in my routine of ground, because in about 7 minutes, I'll be driving, you know, some adults. And I think, you know, teaching someone how to drive helping them purchase their first house, helping them get their first job is very fulfilling. I saw a job, it would be like a job coordinator at the college level, pays like 68 to about 85,000. I saw that job, and you know, I'm not done in my journey. So I think just being prepared for opportunities, because you always got to have a plan A, B, and C. That's what my dad said. Have a second gig, have a second job, always be prepared. Always have your own money, have your own food, have your own resources, right? And be prepared for what might pop up and what might pop out, you know. And, you know, find that good person for you, a person who's supportive, who understands you, and everything else will work out. And be prepared. I know Grace and E, you know, they're talking, and this is what this is about. This is a community. We always help each other. We always support each other. And Grace and E, we will talk. We will talk. And I think just you know how much you make every week, every 2 weeks, every month. You know, don't you know, I'm not a materialistic person. Oh. Hey Jackson, what's up? We're talking about houses, we're talking about cars, we're talking about your parents, how strict they were. We're talking about, you know, a few years ago they weren't cameras. Yeah, don't do loans. We're paying that off now. We're pulling some equity out of the home. We're gonna pay off all these loans. I only have 2 credit cards. I'm not a big credit card person. You do need to establish your credit. You got to pay your bills on time, because when you try to get a car, if you're in that 500s, your car note will be expensive. All right? But you have to establish credit in order to move forward. I'm going to switch angles. I'm going to drive through this neighborhood and then come back around. Just give me 1 second. All right, this neighborhood, I don't know, 350, 400,000. But you got to have money. But everything is, look, some people say their houses are worth more. No, you just got to, yeah, I like showing you guys, you know, the area. It's real nice. A lot of people like, look, I did take E through an area. I actually showed her. Do I even have it with me? Yes, I have it. I want to show you this. These houses in the area. Look at this, fam. This is 500. This is 600K. 3-bedroom, 3 full bath, 3-car garage, covered patio. That's who can afford that? Okay. And this one is 619. Right here. 3-bedroom, ranch, study, covered patio, 3-car garage. Right? This is in the Midwest. This is where I'm rocking. Probably where you are, Grace, 1.4, 1.5. So, and if I was starting over, there are opportunities in the city. You just got to shop around. I would want to have like a couple acres, have some room. Build me a studio, garage, weightlifting area. Because if you sneeze, your neighbor's going to say, bless you. All right? But I'm a middle class guy, working hard, and we're just trying to make some smart moves. And for all of you, I just want you to be smart. Had a complete stop. One person said bad traffic, it's all good. I'm gonna go slow. Yeah, it's bad traffic. My adult just texted me it's bad traffic. It's no joke. So that's why you listen to your parents and you work hard. Now I'm getting ready to head into this like community college school zone area, and you know it's about to be crazy. I'm going to show you guys this. Real nice area. We're on the other side of the neighborhood I was on. We got to be safe out here. You see people playing tennis and all that, and we not mad. I'm gonna go slow through here. You can look at the cars. These are average. You know, these are, no one's rolling in Mercedes. You know, you got a Mustang, a Honda, a Ford, GMC. Silverado, Avenger. Trax, Chevy Trax is nice too. Suburban. But these are moderately priced cars. But look, guys, I really enjoyed the conversation. I got to go pick up these adults. I love the conversation, and I'm going to have to let you guys go because I got to start driving. And then I'm going to try to go live tonight about 6:30 or 7:30. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.